In this video, we will talk about all the legends who left us recently. From icons of entertainment and politics to pioneers in their fields, these remarkable individuals shaped our world in unforgettable ways. Today, we pause to honor their memory, celebrate their achievements, and reflect on the impact they had on millions of lives. This is our heartfelt tribute to the legends we've lost, gone, but never forgotten. Anne W. Burrell was born on September 21, 1969, in Cazenovia, New York. After earning a BA in English and Communications from Canisius College, she decided to follow her passion and enrolled at the Culinary Institute of America, graduating in 1996 foodnetwork.com. Her culinary journey continued in 2000 Italy, where she trained at the Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners and refined her skills in renowned kitchens throughout Tuscany and Umbria, returning to the US. Burrell worked under Lidia Bastianich at Felidia and later at Savoy, where she solidified her rustic, flavor-driven style foodandwine.com. Transitioning to television, she debuted as Chef Mario Batali's sous chef on Iron Chef America in 2005 foodandwine.com. In 2008, she began hosting Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, airing for 9 Emmy-nominated seasons. Her next breakthrough was as a mentor on Worst Cooks in America, starting in 2010, where she led the Blue Team across 27 seasons. Through 2024, Anne became legendary for her fiery, straight-talking personality, iconic platinum blonde spikes, and kitchen wisdom. She taught home cooks that brown food tastes good by balancing precision and joy. Her approach made cooking accessible and thrilling, perfect for novices and pros alike. She earned fans as a culinary powerhouse, winning Chopped All-Stars in 2015 and earning an Emmy nod in 2011. Beyond TV, she authored 2 best-selling cookbooks, Cook Like a Rock Star and Own Your Kitchen, and engaged students during her time as an instructor at the Institute of Culinary Education. Shortly before her passing, she had taken acting classes and explored new creative paths beyond her TV mentor role off-screen. Anne was equally dedicated in philanthropy, partnering with Garden of Dreams Foundation, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and City Harvest. She was married to marketing executive Stuart Claxton, 2021, and became stepmother to his son Javier, while cherishing her relationship with her mother Marlene and sister Jane. Tragically, Anne Burrell passed away on June 17, 2025, at age 55, after being found unresponsive in her Brooklyn home. The exact cause remains pending autopsy results. Her death sent shockwaves through the culinary world and beyond. Celebrity co-stars like Rachel Ray remembered Anne as a strong, vibrant, fearless woman, so full of life and love, while Alex Guanacelli praised her genuine, unbridled gusto and culinary standards that will live on in kitchens everywhere. Anne Burrell's journey, from small-town New York to culinary icon, was defined by passion, energy, and empowerment. She taught us that food is meant to be enjoyed, not feared. That details matter, but so does fun. Her legacy lives on every time someone cooks with confidence, joy, and a little bit of spice, echoing her wisdom and fearless spirit. Anne transformed teaching into performance art and mentorship into love. With her signature laughter and love for brown food, she helped a generation of home cooks and professionals ignite their kitchens and their hearts. Rest in flavor, chef. Your fire may be out, but your warmth endures in every joyful kitchen you've inspired. Charles Burrell was born on October 4, 1920 in Toledo, Ohio, but his childhood unfolded in Detroit, Michigan, raised during the Great Depression by his mother, Denverado, a daughter of an AME minister. He discovered music at age 12 when, after hearing Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony on the radio, he vowed to join a major orchestra. Taking up the oversized bass in 7th grade, young Charles practiced relentlessly, 4 to 8 hours daily, balancing jazz and classical training under Detroit Symphony principles, Gaston Brome, and Oscar Legacy Burrell briefly attended New England Conservatory and Wayne State University after serving in the Navy during World War II. Stationed at Great Lakes Naval Base near Chicago, he played in an all-black Navy band with Clark Terry and Al Gray, while sharpening classical chops at Chicago Symphony and Northwestern. Despite earning a teaching certificate from the University of Denver, he faced racial prejudice, told he'd never be hired as a black music teacher. In 1949, Burrell moved to Denver, joining the Denver Symphony Orchestra, later Colorado Symphony, as the first African-American musician on a major U.S. orchestra, earning the nickname the Jackie Robinson of classical music. He supported himself washing seats at Red Rocks Amphitheater before evening concerts and played late-night jazz gigs in Five Points, appearing alongside legends like Billie Holiday, Charlie Parker, Ella Fitzgerald, Duke Ellington, and Nat King Cole. After a decade in Denver, he joined the San Francisco Symphony, the first black musician there. Realizing his boyhood dream of playing under Pierre Monteux, he later became one of the first black faculty at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music. In 1965, he returned to Denver and performed with the orchestra until retiring in 1999 at age 79. Even in his later decades, Burrell remained a jazz fixture in Denver, leading his own jazz trio well into his 90s. He mentored musicians like George Duke, Ray Brown, Pernell Steen, and his niece, Grammy-winning vocalist Diane Reeves, while inspiring generations through teaching and advocacy. Burrell's honors include Denver Mayor's Award, 2008, and MLK Jr. Humanitarian Award, 2011. A tribute concert in 2019. The Colorado Symphony played Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony on his 99th birthday. A school, Charles Burrell Visual and Performing Arts campus in Aurora, carries his name, inspiring youth to be like Charlie. Charles Burrell passed peacefully on June 17, 2025, at age 104 in Denver tributes poured in. His cousin Pernell Steen recalled his redefined dignity through humility, and Colorado Symphony publicity manager John Shackford called him a wonderful gentleman and friend, whose story evokes the words of Duke Ellington, "Love you madly." Charles Burrell transcended barriers, both musically and socially. From Detroit schoolboy to pioneering symphony bassist, from jazz clubs to debut orchestras, he blazed a trail that reshaped American music. His story reminds us that excellence, coupled with resolve, can dismantle prejudice and open doors. Each time a student learns his instrument, when a jazz club resonates with bass lines, or a symphony hall echoes with shared harmony, Burrell's spirit lives on. His legacy is one of artistry, courage, mentorship, and unwavering belief in possibility. Rest in resonance, Charlie. Your music continues to uplift, transform, and inspire. Your legacy rings true in every note. Gaylord Lee Sartain Jr. was born on September 18, 1946, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to Gaylord Lee Sartain Sr., a fire chief, and Elizabeth Bell Sartain. He attended Cascia Hall Prep before transferring to Will Rogers High School, where his humor began to take shape in plays and the art club. He later earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts from the University of Tulsa and moved to New York in 1968 to work with renowned illustrator Paul Davis, honing skills that would influence his creative voice. Back in Tulsa circa 1970, Sartain started as a cameraman at KOTV. His curiosity and humor led him to propose hosting a late-night B-movie show. Thus, Dr. Mazepa Pompazoidi was born on the Uncanny Film Festival and Camp Meeting, where he donned wizard garb and shared the screen with rising stars like Gary Busey. A talent scout spotted him, and soon he joined the cast of Hee-Haw in 1972, becoming a household name over nearly 20 seasons. On Hee-Haw, Sartain played unforgettable characters: Sheriff Orville P. Bull Moose, Storekeeper Maynard, and others. endearing him to rural and city audiences alike. From the mid-70s, he branched into film, portraying the Big Bopper in The Buddy Holly Story, 1978, delivering standout appearances in The Jerk, uncredited, Mississippi Burning, The Outsiders, All of Me, and Fried Green Tomatoes. Among many classics, he also starred in 3 Ernest films and the TV spin-off, Hey Vern, It's Ernest. After his final screen role in Cameron Crowe's Elizabethtown, 2005, Sartain retired from acting. He continued to paint and illustrate, contributing to Tulsa's 2001 Mayfest poster and nurturing local art with passion. In interviews, he reflected on life experiences and collaborators. I came away with such wonderful memories because I was always a fan first. Gaylor Sartain passed peacefully of natural causes at age 81 on June 19, 2025, in his hometown of Tulsa. His wife, Mary Jo, whom he married in 1988, jokingly said, "Actually, he died of silliness," a nod to his enduring spirit. He is survived by Mary Jo, 3 children, Sarah, Esther, Ben, a granddaughter, and a great-grandson. Gaylord Sartain's legacy shines through countless memories. Suburban kids giggling at his hee-haw sketches, fans moved by his film roles, and artists inspired by his brushstrokes. He wove hilarity into small-town life, taught us that humor transcends scripts, and that creativity knows no single medium. Whether wielding a camera, pen, or paintbrush, he celebrated life's colors and quirks. In his beloved Tulsa, his art lives on. In film and TV, his performances endure. And in every laugh he sparked, his spirit remains vivid. Rest in laughter and legacy, Gaylor. Your silliness was pure gold, and the world stage is richer because you graced it. Jack Fillmore Betts was born on April 11, 1929, in Jersey City, New Jersey, and spent parts of his childhood in Miami, Florida, after his family relocated when he was 10, inspired by Laurence Olivier's performance in Wuthering Heights, 1939. A teenage, Betts knew acting was his destiny. Excelling at Miami's senior high school, he later honed his craft at the University of Miami's theater program. Betts began his career on Broadway, debuting in a 1953 adaptation of Shakespeare's Richard III, starring José Ferrer. He landed a prestigious scholarship to the Actors Studio, where he studied under Lee Strasberg, further sharpening his dramatic skills. His early screen roles included the 1959 film The Bloody Brood, followed by series credits like Checkmate, 1960-62, and recurring spots on Perry Mason, General Hospital, Gunsmoke, and Bonanza. In the mid-1960s, under the pseudonym Hunt Powers, Betts became a leading man in Italian spaghetti westerns, starring in titles such as Sugar Colt, Django e Satana, and numerous others between 1966 and 1972. He often joked that while Clint Eastwood's films reached worldwide audiences, his own were seen everywhere except Canada and America. From 1977 to 1980, he returned to Broadway for a 3-year run playing Dracula, reinforcing his versatility across mediums. Betts' chameleon-like talent flourished in film and TV. In 2002, he delivered his most iconic screen role as Henry Balkin, the Oscorp board chair who fires Norman Osborn in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. His memorable line, "You're out, Norman," cemented the moment. On television, he graced beloved series like Seinfeld, Frasier, Friends, Everybody Loves Raymond, My Name is Earl, Monk, and Good Trouble, 2019. His extensive soap opera roles included One Life to Live, General Hospital, All My Children, Guiding Light, and more off-screen. Betts was known for his mentorship and warm spirit. He shared a home with close friend Doris Roberts of Everybody Loves Raymond from the late 1980s until her death in 2016. Their bond endured through decades and creative collaboration. Roberts even directed his play Screen Test, Take One. The Beverly Hills Playhouse fondly remembered him as a guiding light, with many actors attesting, "We were so fortunate to have enjoyed his great spirit, passion, and true dedication to the work." Jack Betts passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Los Osos, California, on June 19, 2025, aged 96. He is survived by his sister, Joan, nearly 100, and beloved nephew, Dean Sullivan, plus nieces Linny and Gail. Jack Betts's 8-decade career is a masterclass in adaptability, grace, and artistry. From the intensity of Broadway to the dusty plains of spaghetti westerns, from soap opera drama to superhero cine-epic, he infused every role with depth and authenticity. He was a true character actor, never headline-grabbing, always scene-stealing. His generosity extended off-camera, where he nurtured fellow actors and lifted spirits as a friend to many. Whether firing Norman Osborn or mentoring a young performer, Betts left a lasting imprint. Rest in peace, Jack Betts. Your warmth, creativity, and spirit will live on in every performance you shaped and every career you inspired. Patricia Mary, Kim. Mackenzie was born on 25th March 1942 in Eastney, Hampshire, England, to Mary Patricia A. Shaw and Ronald Mackenzie. Her childhood was marred by physical and sexual abuse. At age 16, she fled home and moved to Liverpool, where she began work as a live-in cleaner. She later took jobs as a beautician, model, and social worker. At 23, in a revealing moment documented in her 2006 memoir, Unbeaten, she endured the heartbreaking loss of a stillborn son. That same year, she adopted the name Kim, inspired by Hollywood actress Kim Novak. In 2002, at age 60, she answered a casting call seeking a cleaner with personality. Discovered by Channel 4 producers, her sharp wit and no-nonsense style led to How Clean Is Your House, 2003 to 2009. Paired with Aggie Mackenzie. Known as the Queen of Clean, Kim delivered unforgettable one-liners. Every wrinkle tells a dirty story, while turning grime into entertainment. The show's success spawned books, board games, DVDs, and a Canadian spin-off, Kim's Rude Awakenings, 2007 to 2009. Her blunt honesty and fiery charm made her a TV legend. She embraced the role of no-holds-barred cleaner, never shying from calling out filthy homes, whether poor or posh. Her outspoken presence continued across reality shows. She was runner-up on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, 2009, and a fierce housemate on Celebrity Big Brother, 2017, offering epic confrontations and unforgettable catchphrases.
Right, the usual message. Yes, I know it's boring, but if I don't tell you, you forget, so open your luggles. I've just finished the videos. The next ones I'm doing, my dear, is Friday the 14th of Feb, Valentine's Day. Get them in. Get them in by 12:30 on Friday the 14th of Feb, lunchtime, and I promise you they'll go up by 6 p.m. that evening. Thank you very much indeed. I love hearing from you. You're a mad bunch, you know. You're mad.
Unapologetically herself. Her autobiography exposed both her trauma and resilience, inspiring viewers with her candid storytelling. Kim married Peter Woodburn in 1979 and lived in Cheshire. Ever dedicated to fans, she continued sharing heartfelt message videos as late as February 2025. Her I Hope You're Okay and Keeping Well note went viral. Unfortunately, her health declined, and after a short illness, she passed away on 16th June 2025, aged 83. Her manager described her as kind, caring, charismatic, and strong, and her husband and friends requested privacy as they mourned Kim Woodburn's journey. Rising from hardship to the zenith of daytime TV was guided by grit, wit, and an unfiltered love for cleanliness. She taught millions to confront grime with courage and honesty. More than a TV personality, she was a symbol of resilience, a domestic icon with a heart of gold, hard-edged humor, and unwavering authenticity. As tributes poured in, fans calling her an absolute icon of reality TV, co-star Aggie Mackenzie describing her as a tormented soul, unforgettable woman. Kim's impact became clear. She transformed cleaning into entertainment. Her voice as sharp as a sponge, but as sincere as a hug. Kim Woodburn may have scrubbed away our dirt, but she polished our spirit. Her legacy endures. In every tidy home, every honest quip, every person inspired to stand tall no matter their past. John Reid was born on September 9th, 1949, in Paisley, Renfrewshire, Scotland, to John, a welder, and Betty, a shop worker. Raised in a working-class family, he briefly studied marine engineering at Stowe College in Glasgow before dropping out in 1969 and moving to London to launch a career in music. At just 18, he became a promoter for EMI, and by 19 held the title of UK manager for Tamla Motown label releases, discovering and promoting acts like Smokey Robinson and The Miracles. In 1971, Reid launched his own company with a small investment and £5,000 loan. His first big break came in 1970 at a Motown Christmas party when he met 23-year-old Reginald Dwight, soon to be Elton John. Though initially hesitant, I wasn't enthusiastic. He became Elton's manager, a position he held for 28 years until 1998. Reid and Elton's relationship transcended business. They were lovers from 1970 to 1975, moving in together and deeply shaping each other's lives. Their partnership coincided with Elton's meteoric rise. Your Song, Rocket Man, Candle in the Wind, and the iconic album Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, 1973, were all crafted under Reid's management. Reid's bold guidance helped shape Elton's flamboyant image and global brand. In 1975, Reid expanded his roster and took on Queen, guiding them to major success with albums like A Night at the Opera and their explosive hit Bohemian Rhapsody. Working alongside Freddie Mercury until later, he managed stars like Michael Flatley, Lionel Richie, Kiki Dee, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Billy Connolly. John Reid became legendary for his rare blend of business acumen, fierce loyalty, and brash charisma. He negotiated groundbreaking deals, like Elton's £8 million contract with MCA and founding Rocket Records in 1973, with emotional intensity, never wrong, as Donatella Versace recalled, and a reputation for both charm and volatility. Reid was instrumental in shaping the success of two of rock's greatest icons. Despite enormous success, relationships soured. Reid and Elton ended their personal romance by 1975, but remained professional until a breach of trust in 1998, when Elton sued over a leaked spending letter. Later traced to a third party, Reid settled out of court, paying £3.4 million after Elton discovered a £20 million hole in his accounts. He also made headlines with on-scene incidents, 1967 fights, a 1974 assault conviction in New Zealand, and battles with addiction paralleling Elton's own struggles. Reid retired from full-time management in 1999, selling parts of his art collection and reducing his public presence. In 2005, he briefly served as a judge on Australia's The X Factor, then withdrew, preferring a private lifestyle. He's seldom been seen since, though he remains a patron of arts and supports music charities. John Reid's legacy is monumental, a man who shaped the rise of Elton John and Queen, creating a blueprint for modern artist management. He wielded influence with flair and fearlessness, loved fiercely, and made deals that changed music history. Though his life had its tumult, legal battles, heartbreak, addiction, his impact endures. He was the catalyst behind the music, persona, and global reach of two legendary acts. As portrayed in Rocket Man by Richard Madden, and Bohemian Rhapsody by Aidan Gillen. His story is as compelling as the artists he championed. Here's to John Reid, the provocateur, the protector, the man whose ambition and audacity helped launch music's biggest stars. His mark on pop culture is indelible. Patricia Patty Drew was born on December 29, 1944, in Charleston, South Carolina. She spent her early childhood in Nashville, Tennessee, and in 1956, the Drew family, 6 daughters strong, moved to Evanston, Illinois, seeking better opportunities. Singing in church choirs alongside her sisters Lorraine and Irma nurtured her soulful voice. During her teenage years, Patty balanced her education at Evanston Township High School with a host of jobs, from babysitting and soda fountain work to folding towels and aiding nursing staff, molding her strong work ethic. A pivotal break came when Patty's mother, employed by Capitol Records promoter Morris Latowers, arranged for the sisters to perform for him. Moved by their harmonies and Patty's soulful lead, he secured them a contract as the Drewvells. In 1963, they released a charting R&B version of Tell Him, with Patty's stirring lead vocals and Carlton Black's bass accompaniment, YouTube.com. The single became a regional hit and crossed into the Billboard Hot 100. After 3 singles, the group disbanded by 1965, and Patty embarked on a solo path, signing first with Quill Records and then returning to Capitol as a solo artist in 1967. Patty re-recorded Tell Him, earning number 85 on the Hot 122 on the R&B chart. Her debut solo album, Tell Him, followed in 1967, leading to 3 more albums, Working on a Groovy Thing, 1968, Wild is Love, 1969, and I've Been Here All the Time, 1969, the first of which reached US R&B number 49. Her career peaked between 1967 to 1969. Her 1968 rendition of Hard to Handle hit R&B number 40, and the soulful Working on a Groovy Thing climbed to Billboard number 34 R&B, showcasing her dynamic range. Patty Drew's voice was a seamless mix of warmth and power. Critics and fans praised her unique interpretation of pop and soul classics, and her success as a solo Black woman on Capitol Records during that era stands as a testament to her talent and tenacity. By 1971, Patty stepped away from the national music scene. She resurfaced briefly in 1975 with Innovation 2 Records, collaborating with Carlton Black, though the single The Mighty O.J. didn't catch fire. Wikipedia.org. During the 1980s, she performed locally in Evanston with the group Frontline. Honoring her roots, Patty Drew passed away on June 16, 2025, aged 80. Though official causes weren't disclosed, tributes and media coverage, like soul publications, reflected on her legacy as a soul pioneer who never forgot her church choir beginnings. Patty Drew's journey, from church pews in Illinois to Capitol Records fame, was carved by pure talent, determination, and heartfelt expression. Her renditions of Tell Him, Working on a Groovy Thing, and Hard to Handle remain soul classics. In retirement, her story stood as a powerful lesson. Success can be fleeting, but soulful integrity lasts forever. Today, as her songs echo in compilations and her voice resonates in film and vinyl lovers' hearts, Patty's legacy lives on. She gave us soulful honesty, timeless melodies, and a reminder. Sometimes the brightest voices come from humble beginnings. Rest in rhythm, Patty. Your song goes on.